Chances are, if you've spent any time debating theists, you've encountered this argument, or if you are a theist, then you've used this argument. Well, you can't disprove God. There are so many fundamental things wrong with that statement that it's hard to even know where to start. First of all, in every single other field of research or of life, even, when someone makes a claim, you want proof of that claim, and the more outrageous the claim, the stronger the proof needs to be. Like, for example, if you were to tell me that, oh, I got a new dog today, chances are I'd probably take your word for it, just because getting a dog isn't an extraordinary thing. It's rather common, and it wouldn't surprise me if you got a dog, so I'd probably say, okay. Then you could just be like, ha ha ha, I'm just kidding, and I'd be like, dude, what the heck? But anyway, if you were to say, I got a huge fire-breathing dragon today, then I would require a little bit more evidence. Then I'd be a lot more skeptical, because dragons, as far as we know, don't exist. So if you say you have a dragon, I'm really going to want to see this. Same premise applies to when someone talks about a god. That is an extraordinary claim. And to validate that claim, you need to provide extraordinary evidence. I don't consider testimonial or anecdotal evidence to be valid, just because our perception is not perfect. As a Christian, I thought that I've experienced and saw things that I now don't believe that they were what I thought they were, but at the time, I was convinced, I'm being touched by the Holy Spirit, that sort of thing. And I mean, the same effects that people get with religion, a lot of those same effects are reported in drug use. So, I mean, that right there should send up a big red flag. Another problem wrong with the you can't disprove God argument is, and this is a classic one, especially if you've read any Richard Dawkins or ever heard what he has to say on the matter, you can't disprove a lot of things. That doesn't make them any more valid. You can't disprove Zeus, you can't disprove Thor, you can't disprove fairies, you can't disprove the teapot orbiting Mars. I mean, you can't for certain disprove those things, but it doesn't mean that they're valid or that they have any rational basis for belief. So any theists that might be watching this that fancy using that argument, don't. It really doesn't do any justice to your intelligence. I mean, if a God exists, then surely it won't be difficult to provide the evidence needed to sway a non-believer, right? Anyway, that's all for now.